Howdy friends, Russell here coming to you from the shop once again. On the docket today, a couple of previous videos we were doing some repair work on this 2000 Jeep TJ with a 4-cylinder engine, getting the head off, getting the head removed so we can get it off to the machine shop and get it repaired. Got notified by the machine shop a couple weeks ago there was a crack in the head that's non-repairable, so we had to order a replacement head. That head has come in. So on today's episode of Let's Fix Cheez-It, we're putting a new head on a Jeep TJ. All right, so one of the first things we got to do before we put the new head on is clean and prep the block surface. And then after this, we'll vacuum it all up and start with the new head gasket. Now, it's always my recommendation when you've got the head off on a Jeep to replace the valve lifters. On most of these Jeep inline engines, specifically the 6, some of the 4s, you have to remove the cylinder head to take the old lifters out. So this turns into a, while you're in here, replace them. Anytime I put new lifters in, I'll take a little bit of the Ultra Slick, just a dab onto the surface. Now on the Jeep head gaskets, you'll notice it actually tells you which side's the top side, because these head bolts will actually line up and allow you to put it on upside down. So it tells you, makes it easy. Okay, so what we've done here, I've got 2 long head bolts where we've cut the head off, and we just kind of thread them in a little bit on the short head bolt side so that I've got a guide. The 4-cylinder and some of the early 6-cylinders don't have guide pins, so this is what we do to kind of keep everything lined up when we put the head on. Ah. Woo! All right, hands on, we're done. No, just kidding. All right, the intake side front head bolt, this one, actually goes into a water jacket. So instead of putting a little oil, we put a little bit of penetrating oil on all the thread bolts. That one gets a thread sealing compound with Teflon in it, or a Teflon thread sealing compound. I know some people will use RTV, but a thread sealant with Teflon is the actual right stuff to use. Doesn't take much. You don't have to goop it on. Well, maybe goop it on a little bit. Because if you don't do this, you will get a coolant leak into the head gasket. And of course, that bolt also goes in at a different torque rating. All right, all the bolts are snugged up. Now we get to start torquing them. All right, and the final torque is 110 on all the bolts, except for the one with the sealant, it only gets 100. I need an extension. And of course, the last one goes to 100. All right, and once, obviously once the head's down torqued in, you drop in the push rods, make sure the push rods are lined up into the indent in the top of the valve lifter. Place the rocker arms and the screws and the guides on, and then torque them down, and it torques to 19 foot-pounds, which is 228 inch-pounds. And the valve cover bolts are torqued to 44 inch-pounds. And there's no specific sequence for it. You just 44 inch-pounds and be done with it. And as you can see, we've got the head back on, valve covers on, intake and exhaust is all put back together. However, in the process, moving heater hoses around and filling it back up, this heater metal pipe that comes off the water pump with a lot of corrosion on it developed a leak as soon as we started filling the system up. So we're gonna have to replace the water pump. That'll be on another video. So if you like this content so far, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, hit that bell icon for future notifications. This video is done for now, so there's more to follow.